Hey Texas Stride, I'm Monica and I'm an occupational therapy student, which means it's my job to help clients do any and all daily activities as simply and safely as possible. So one of the most common complications from type 2 diabetes is peripheral neuropathy. As you probably learned from Dr. Dubois, this is when the nerves that go all the way to our fingers and our toes get damaged. We typically think about having numbness and tingling and loss of sensation, and that can make it really hard to do our daily activities and perform our diabetes self-management. So I'm here to talk to you about some little changes you can make in your day-to-day life to help you keep doing all those things you need to do, even if you're struggling from neuropathy. With neuropathy, balance can really suffer due to the reduced sensation in our feet. So it's always a good idea to keep doing those Texas Stride balance exercises and go see a physical or occupational therapist or some sort of exercise coach to help you work on that balance. You may also want to consider using a shower chair for when it gets slippery in the shower, and also maybe having a family member or friend help you get out of the shower when the floor is slippery if you feel comfortable with that. In the house, you will always want to wear a house shoe with a back, like the shoes pictured in the middle or on the right. Throw rugs can create a tripping hazard, so you'll want to get rid of them when possible, but also you can tape down the corners or put a grip mat underneath to prevent sliding. It can sometimes be a good idea to take some of your smaller oral medications over a baking sheet or a towel like you see here. This makes for easy pickup if any of your pills drop. A flip-top organizer like you see here for medications is usually easier to manage daily than the typical pill bottle. If you need to perform insulin injections, it will be easiest to do it sitting at a table as close as you can get with your elbows firmly against the table and your feet firmly planted on the floor. This way you will have as much stability as possible manipulating the insulin. Reduced sensation can be hazardous in the kitchen when you're cooking and cleaning because of hot temperatures and sharp objects. You will want to keep your knives either in a knife block or you can keep them in your drawers with covers. You'll also want to wash your knives separately from the rest of your dishes to avoid cutting yourself. Always use pot holders when handling hot equipment in the kitchen, and always wear rubber gloves when washing dishes to prevent burning yourself. So especially with neuropathy, we have to make sure that our feet are completely dry before we put socks and shoes on, especially between the toes, and try to avoid putting any moisturizer or lotion between our toes. Always want to check for any pebbles or maybe loose objects that have gotten into your shoes before you put them on, because if you're having less sensation, you might not be able to feel that, which could create a diabetic foot ulcer. You also want to wear any new shoes for 1 to 2 hours at a time and just kind of test them out, check for redness before you decide that they're okay to wear for a long time. And if you do see redness, those aren't going to be a good shoe for you. Make sure your shoes always fit as well. And then also to protect your feet, wash your feet in warm water, not hot water, if you're having reduced sensation in your feet.